Hi everyone, and welcome to the Liverpool Connection podcast. This is Pub Chat. Bit of a somber mood, but we'll get into that. But just want to talk about one of the shirts I'm wearing. Just got it today. It's from Up the Reds. Fantastic LFC, unofficial LFC merch. You wanna? They're gonna model them.
And just like that, we have the
next episode.
Is
the great Fowler celebration, where he was eating grass.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
What a great T-shirt that made.
And then this one here, to be fair, the only good thing that we've got today, isn't it?
And you go with the classic. So
spot on, yeah.
We'll be putting a link up to Up the Reds website. Like I said, we'll probably start doing some discounts for you to go and buy the T-shirts, hoodies, all the good stuff. But yeah, Up the Reds, brilliant. Thank you for supplying these. We love T-shirts, so go hand in hand. Now then, let's.
Can we end it there?
I wish we could end it there, but we got to talk about it. The 2-0 loss to Blue. I'll keep it nice, to Everton today. We're all in a somber mood. It's not like you thought we were still in with a shot at the title.
Of course.
Me and Glenn a couple of weeks ago said we're out of it, but it's just like a massive kick in the balls to, like you just said off camera, it's a nail in the coffin. And it does hurt. But seeing Klopp post-match really hurts even more. Only 4 more matches to go before the big man leaves us, but I guess like we always do, we'll start out with who Klopp put out and what you lads think.
Well, I don't think anyone would have disagreed with that lineup. That team that went out there, those 11 that he picked, more than good enough to win that game. And I would be surprised if anyone said many players, 1 or 2 different to what we saw. That lineup should have gone out there, should have played our own game and not fallen into what Everton were doing, which is what happened. But the lineup was mostly as expected. I think Gakpo was due to start, but his partner was giving birth, so completely
selfish
understandable. But yeah, I mean the team sheet was.
The only positive is Gakpo's missus had a baby.
But it was the right. It was the right team. It was the right lineup, and we'll get into this in a little bit. But we haven't played well for weeks. Yeah, we were still in the race because all you had to do was look at the freaking league table, and considering we haven't been great for weeks, just like a couple of points or whatever off the top. But today was just.
I don't think he could really do anything differently. Really, I mean, the front three had to be the front three, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then back four, I think everyone would have wanted. Yeah, Canati coming in with being so big and physical and whatever. Although he wasn't great. Midfield, I can totally understand the midfield as well. I know some people may have said like maybe Gravenberch because may have come in because he done alright against Fulham, but I think if you're thinking Merseyside derby, you want players that will be good on the ball, calm on the ball, and then you got a little bit of physicality about you, i.e. Szoboszlai and Jones, bigger, stronger, can run, get about a bit, and I think probably that's why they're getting the nod over Gravenberch and Elliott. And I just think maybe Endo's, last few games he's not totally 100% right yet, and then gone more for the bigger lads, a bit more physicality, set pieces, stuff like that. So for the team, I thought the team was. I wouldn't have done anything. It's easy to say it now, right? Everyone would have said, "Oh yeah, man, you saw Elliott, this and that." But I was fine with the team.
Yeah.
I was okay with it. Fucking hell though, like if I said to you yesterday, how were Everton going to score? If I said to you, how were Everton going to score today? Like it's set pieces, it's second balls, it's shitty free kicks. So Liverpool, first 15-20 minutes of the game, don't give them any shite like that. And we just gave them the most needless free kicks. We were second to so many little balls. We were frantic. Fucking manager was kicking off every 5 minutes to the side. Van Dijk was meant to be really calm, present. He was kicking off every 5 minutes. Just like, fucking chill out. Keep the ball for a minute. Frustrate the crowd. It's exactly the total opposite of what we did the first 15-20 minutes, wasn't it?
We played into their game, didn't we? and again, I think it's happened too many times this season where other teams are absolutely shite, and Everton are shite.
Oh, they're so bad. They're so bad.
But these teams seem to go up a level, but it's not up a level that much. We seem to go down like 5 levels. Like Kewley, I don't know what he was doing. Like for half the game, like he hasn't looked right for a while, and I think we keep saying this about our players. They don't look right. Mo looked, I don't know, disinterested.
I don't think I've ever seen him that bad.
Yeah, he looks.
Because we had an argument about Atlanta. Sorry, I was just say we had an argument about Atlanta away, and I said I wouldn't have took him off because I felt like there might have been a goal. And today, I'm actually, I know we've only got really Dan's on the bench. I can't believe that both Salah and Nunes in that game.
He looks. Yeah, Salah looks well off it. I mean, there could be a number of reasons. Maybe he came back too early.
I think so.
It might be the mental thing that is off in the summer. I don't know, but yeah, he's well off it. But it was, and we just touched on it a little bit ago. We played into Everton's hands, and credit. And I don't like giving credit to Everton, but Everton did exactly what they wanted to do. They probably put on their best performance of the season. They got stuck in. They made it difficult for us. I thought Calvert-Lewin was excellent, and I think he won every single ball in the air. By the same token, Konate and Virgil looked weak. They didn't look strong. They looked nervous at the back. Virgil was complaining at the referee early on, and like you said, Klopp was in the fourth official's ear. Like it felt like the entire first half, and it felt like we were getting bullied, and we really were all over the pitch. And I didn't see many challenges that were bad. I thought it was all pretty fair. I thought it was ref pretty well first half. They were just a lot stronger, a lot more passionate, a lot more energetic than us.
But why though? That's the thing. We've got to ask ourselves. We know Everton are physical. We know they've got these big lads, But again, we kept crossing the ball into their box, expecting somebody to be there, and there wasn't. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love Nunes. I love his chaos, but this is the business end of the season, and he's just not putting these away. I mean, we could be sat here happy as hell if he just put one or two of those fucking chances away, and that some of them are just dead easy.
Well, we could be talking about a variety of different games from this past month. We have that chance in the first half. You've got to finish that, and it's a different game. And we've said the same thing over the past month in different games, that we get a big chance fairly early on, and that game becomes completely different. You have to take them at this level, especially when we're into April, into the end of April. Like you say, business end of the season, we're going for the title. Every chance is massive. He takes that. And I'm not just blaming him. I mean, there was others as well, and Diaz was guilty of it as well. And it's been a consistent theme that we have not been taking our chances. And then you combine that with our defence not performing as they were earlier in the season, and it's any wonder why the season has kind of fallen off the racks.
Well, it just seems that front three are just stuck, because we change it up with Gakpo, Jota, and they're scoring, they're doing it, and we talk about creating chances, but at the end of the day, you've got to finish them, and it's frustrating, but we can't just blame the front three. The back four, I mean, Robbo probably played the best, I think, out of that.
You think so?
A little bit, because
Fucking
at least
hell,
he was getting down the line.
Listen, can we just start on Núñez for a minute? Because I just want to stay on him. Because can you tell me a time when Núñez scored can you tell me a time when Núñez scored a goal against a big club or a big team or a big moment? I know Newcastle that feels like about 5 years ago.
Well, they're the richest.
Can you tell me a time where he scored like a really, really big goal or a big important goal against a big team? Because like he doesn't seem to. He's got a lot of goals, but the goals against sort of your smaller teams and stuff like that, and it's becoming an issue. It is starting to become an issue now where he's getting so many big chances and big moments of the game. Where, and I hate doing this because I feel like we say it about Jota all the time, and he's always fucking injured, and that's another discussion completely. But if Jota's in that situation that gets that chance from Núñez, it's a goal, and it's like you saying before, like you love his franticness and all that, but that's what he's like in front of goal. In front of goal, I want someone who's calm and collected. I don't want someone who's a lunatic. Do you know what I mean?
Composure, isn't it? I mean, that chance today against Everton, you got two corners to hit it in, and he just whacks it, and that's been the criticism that's gone along throughout not just this season but last season. He gets in great positions, but when it comes down to it, it's like, I've just got to whack this, right? I've just got to hit this as hard as possible and hope it goes in.
Instead of placing it.
And instead of placing it, and the option was there today. It was open either side of Pickford. He could have done that, and it's not good enough. And he is a player that he's exciting to watch. Is he good enough at this level is the question, and that's probably a whole podcast on itself, but it's hurting us because at the beginning of the season, Salah was on fire, scoring an absolute shed load of goals, right? Salah goes off to the AFCON, right? Jota, who was injured at the beginning, comes in, does brilliant, scores a ton of goals, right? Salah comes back, and Salah isn't quite the same. Jota comes back, he falls off a cliff, and now Jota's injured as well, and it's a problem because with Jota and Salah, they're two that you can generally rely on consistently. With Diaz, Gakpo, Núñez, I don't have that trust, right?
The thing with Salah is, I feel the harsh saying Salah's off cliff. He has to an extent, but to me, I don't think Salah doesn't look fit. Do you know, like what Salah reminds me of, like when he's playing in the last 2 games, he reminds me of a player, pre-season when they've just got back, and you're like, oh yeah, they don't look fit yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they've just got back, and it's the first few games, and you're like, oh, in a few weeks he'll score that. Do you know what I mean?
There was that chance
There's so many of them, mate. Where you think, even his dribbling and stuff, his dribbling, his passing this year has been amazing. Like how many assists he's made, but recently, even those little balls around the corner and stuff, his general play today was really poor. But at the end of the day, we've relied so much on Salah for his goals, especially like even last year as well.
Yeah.
That you need other people to bail him out. Big chance for Núñez. There's 2 moments as well. The ball gets played into him, right into his feet. He's on the front of the 18-yard box. The ball's just going underneath his feet. Do you know what I mean? It's so poor. And I feel a bit sorry to say about Diaz because I thought Diaz was Liverpool's best player today quite easily. I thought he was very good, but how many goals has Diaz? How many goals has Luis Diaz scored in the league this year?
Well, Diaz.
Do you know how many it is? Do you know? If you had to have a guess,
6.
He's got 8 and he's got 4 assists. And like that, do you know what I mean? He's played 33 games and he's got 8 goals and 4 assists. So like, I love him and he runs all day and all that and he's got great energy. But 8 goals and 4 assists, for someone who's played 33 games, it's not enough, is it?
He is someone as well.
He had a big chance again today as well.
Similar to Núñez at the top.
Yeah,
like Diaz is the person. It's great when he's on the ball, tons of energy, but then it's the classic, it's about his final ball, or it's about making the right decision. And most of the time, he doesn't make that correct decision,
both
right?
Núñez and Diaz, like, they just want to seem to whack the ball as hard as they can. like Diaz had that opportunity just to place it.
Yeah, I was a harder one than Nunez's one. To be fair,
but
he's fallen down.
Expect.
I know what you mean. He's not as comfortable in front of goal, is he? I feel sad to say. I do feel a bit harsh saying about Diaz because I thought he was really good with his general game, and he was. And, like, I'm hearing a lot of people saying about, like, they didn't give enough effort. Well, Luis Diaz, you can never ever not say
he
Luis
was the
Diaz.
only one that was going at Everton.
He was
He was the only one
was
that was trying to do something.
Yeah, to make it
happen. It's. I just want to go back to like the defending. I'm just. It's. I can't.
Piss poor, wasn't it?
I can't defend that.
But Konate hasn't looked great since he came back from injury. Konate is the kind of player when he's. You can see if Konate is going to have a good game by the way he moves. And a lot of the time, Konate, if he's just come back from injury, for example, he looks like he's running in cement. Right? He has this like long stride, and his feet come up really slowly, and he's looked like that ever since he's come back from injury. Because when Konate is fit and well and looking good, he's unbelievable. Yeah. But he has been nowhere close to that since he's come back. And I don't know whether that affects Virgil. It shouldn't. You wouldn't have thought so. But Virgil, for example, I thought today was really poor. I thought that was one of the worst I've seen.
Yeah, he was
Virgil
easily rattled, wasn't
this
he?
season. And Virgil's been brilliant the majority of the season. We were talking about him being player of the year like 2 months ago.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes he's having an argument with the front three.
Yeah. It made no sense to me. Didn't get it.
So, when was the last time you see Szoboszlai do anything good for Liverpool?
Before Christmas, probably.
It's been. I know, like, and I feel a bit bad because what you do have to remember is Alisson Becker being out for ages. Konate has been in and out for ages. Had injuries.
Yeah.
Trent being out for ages.
Yep.
Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Mo Salah. So you've got all these players that you sort of.
With them.
Yeah, and it's like all at the same time, and so it's harsh, but at the same time, you need more from Szoboszlai. I just don't really know what he really offered the game today.
Nothing.
He didn't really give us the physicality side of it. On the ball, he was poor. He had moments where he could have shot and didn't. He had moments where he could have played it quicker and didn't. But yeah, I think he's been poor, hasn't he?
But he was Szoboszlai, of course, when he came in, was magnificent. And he was like, wow, this bloke is ridiculously
you were going to get a tattoo on your arse.
It was a consistent theme, right? He got man of the match pretty much every game. Was brilliant. Was running with the balls, taking shots. His passing was ridiculous. His energy was ridiculous. He like felt like he fit us. He still does, but since he obviously had the injury, and then there was a couple of little things after that, and I'm not sure whether it's a confidence thing or if it's a coaching thing, and he's being coached to play a particular way. He's definitely not. He's not playing, I will say as well, in the position that ideally suits him.
Yeah, what's his best?
I know for Hungary and his previous side, he was playing more in the front three, kind of more behind, maybe as a more as a number 10. He's never really played that for us, but he had more freedom when he first started with us. And I think in a way we've changed that, and I don't know. Well, but there's still opportunities for him on the ball, because he was on the ball a little bit today, where it's almost like he's playing it simple a lot of the time. Where when he started the season with us, he was playing those aggressive passes. He was looking to move it forward. So and now he's kind of playing. Shots. Yeah, he's playing kind of within himself.
So here's the thing for you. When he was really purring, who was near him?
Who would say that one was?
Who was near him? Like where was he playing? He had Trent behind him, and he had Salah. Them three, and they looked absolutely unbelievable, didn't he? And they were like, they looked amazing. You got to think, Trent's been out for 10 weeks. Yeah. Salah has as well. So you've had a different right back with Bradley. So you've had so much change. I'm not necessarily saying that from his performance today, because I think his performance today and last week's been poor, but you're sort of getting those.
Yeah, it's part
getting that rhythm and being around each other and stuff, innit? Like Sadio Mane, Andy Robbo, Gini Wijnaldum. That was the left side of the Liverpool for 2 years solid.
And they were never injured.
Do you know what I mean? So there is that as well. Curtis
did okay in moments. I think he tried to get involved. I thought he did okay in moments, but
I didn't see much of him.
Wasn't involved enough in the game.
I think he just
second
holds the
half
ball a bit
before
too
he
much
went
for
off.
me.
He wanted
needs
to
to
move
let it
it.
go.
That's always
Fucking
been the
move the ball.
criticism against him. Even Klopp said that, is that he tends to hold on to the ball too much, not look up and not look for that early pass and be a little bit more aggressive. And I think he did all right first half, but again, that's not good enough when you're playing in the Merseyside derby and you want to keep in contention with Arsenal and Manchester City.
Well, you know, it is a derby, but it took Kwanzaa in the 75th, 80th minute to make one of those hard tackles. Like, I mean,
I love that tackle.
We've all grown up on, you know, watching somebody just get stuck in there.
Yeah.
And I just don't think we are.
I know, Darren, but I don't think we lose. I don't see. This is where I a little bit not disagree, but I don't think necessarily we. I don't personally. I don't think we lose today because we're a bit soft. I think we lose today because one, we're absolutely nowhere near good enough around the box, nowhere near clinical enough around the box. I mean, you got to think we've got 4 or 5 really good chances there. Diaz sits inside the post. Nunes has a chance. Diaz has a chance. Chala has a couple of chances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The ball's bouncing out a few times into the box. Harvey has one near the end. Not really a chance. That's more of a shot. I just think, like, fuck me.
We've lost the belief.
How slow the Liverpool move the ball?
Yeah, we've lost the belief because there's too many players that are not playing well. We don't look like a team over this past month that believe that we're going to win this game and this is what we're going to do. We're going to go out there. We're going to win this game. We're going to take it to them. We don't look like that, and we look like that. We look like a team, I should say, from the first 2 minutes where we didn't have the belief we were going to win. And we were going up to the referee and we were complaining about 50-50 tackles where we shouldn't have. We should have been ignoring that and say, hey, if they're going to play this game, we're going to try and
put one on them.
Yeah.
I've got no problem with putting one on them, don't get me wrong. But I still think it was a case of just keep the ball a little bit, quiet the crowd down a little bit.
You play,
move it around quickly.
You play this game, you know, October, November. I would be so sure that Liverpool will come back and score.
Oh, mate.
But now, I'm like...
Halfway through the second half, I got up, made a cup of tea, grabbed a...
I was folding my kidneys.
Grabbed the PG tips, sugar, milk, relax, had the football on, and I didn't believe we were going to get into it, which is shocking. Yeah. And then let's talk about the subs.
Well, just before we do that, their second goal. I mean, if you think of an Everton goal, it's back post header goal. Trent. I mean, how Trent doesn't? Well, 2 things. How Trent doesn't actually go and you're not going to probably beat him for a header, but at least fucking challenge. At least
Trent's
climb all over him.
Verge has got to do better as well.
Why is Trent on Calvert-Lewin?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
The back post.
Why is he on that? Why is that not? Like, why is not he Trent going right? Fucking Darwin or Virgil, whoever. I know we've got zones and all that.
Yep.
But that should never ever be a situation. But Trent should still jump with him, put him off. You know, put a finger in his eye or whatever.
But we know that's a weakness to Trent's game. If we know that, Everton know that, and trust me, the Liverpool coaching staff know that as well. So yeah, why isn't Everton's best attacker of a ball in the air? Why isn't Virgil or Konate at that time watching Calvert-Lewin?
It's amateur stuff that.
Yeah,
that was extremely poor.
But that second goal massively because I felt like when they went 1-0 up, we had that spell, didn't we, where we settled down a little bit. Last 15 minutes, and I felt like if we score here, and they were shitting themselves. I thought if we score here, they'll shit themselves here, and we'll get another one. And that's how I felt the second half. I thought if we could just settle down a little bit and just get into the game, we score. And that goal was absolutely mad. It was so big for them.
Yeah.
The time,
crowds
the time.
in it.
And the crowd, they were absolutely bouncing with it in the end. But yeah, the subs.
You look on that bench, and the only forward is Dan's.
Just my.
You know, I
thought the subs were shocking. I thought the subs didn't. didn't help us.
I got the Endo thing. I get that you want to push. I
don't
do
really
because
get the Endo one at that point.
I wanted someone stuck in the middle who was going to get stuck in. I wanted to push McAllister forward. Hindsight's an amazing thing, right? That would make a lot of sense
at the
to me,
start of the game,
right?
I would agree with that. But when you're 2-0 down, right, and Everton are camped in, right?
I wanted to get our best midfielder further forward.
Right, but so listen to
that's
me for
one
one
option,
second
right?
about this, right? Everton are all camped in here.
Yeah.
They're all pretty much, all of them are camped in on their area. All 2 centre-backs have got the ball. They've got Calvert when they're trying to... And then, basically, our midfielder there, who was picking up the passes, would be Endo.
Should have been
do
Trent.
Do you want Endo doing that?
No, because I wanted Trent to come in.
but
And if I was putting Endo in, and then Trent comes into his hybrid role, then the
Then
centre backs are saying, okay, now Endo's here, but now Trent's got a little bit more space, and he can get it forward and look for McAllister. That's what I believe.
Trent would have been in there anyway.
And it didn't work.
Trent would have been
anyway.
in there anyway. I just don't
but
think
McAllister
he
against
needed.
Endo, I wanted McAllister further forward.
I get it, but how much did he see the ball? That's my problem. He didn't see the ball enough.
After the fact, yes, but that stuff made sense. I could see that happening. Now, a lot of the others didn't make any sense to me. Bringing the Greek on didn't make a lot of sense.
I mean, Robertson.
Gomez.
I thought Robertson. I actually thought Robertson got worse as the game went on.
He was poor.
Like, I don't think he was. As the game went on, he got more franked. I mean, how many times? Like, he felt he just kept miss kicking the ball, and then his crossing.
Don't talk about his shooting.
Oh mate, he's probably the best player I've ever seen with the worst shot I've ever seen. Do you know what I mean? Like, his shooting is absolutely shocking, isn't it?
And it's nearly not
so
the
bad.
same shot every single time.
Every time, just whips it, right? Every single time.
On that left side, and he's got 7-8 yards out.
Yeah, it's.
Skies it.
Well, I know
I
that
could see the
everyone.
Greek one, to be honest, because I felt like Robertson wasn't. I mean, the Gomez one.
I think at that point,
I think that was
just
giving up, but it was more.
Mate,
like,
what is the point in bringing? What is the point in bringing?
I mean, you
Robertson
have.
on?
I get the.
Gomez.
I get
bring Dan's on.
I get that Dan's
Give him.
wasn't supposed to be on the bench, and it was because Gakpo was out. Dan's came on the bench, but you have him on the bench. He's done really well for us. The brief time we've seen us.
Why not?
With the brief time we have seen Dan's, he's done amazing for the youth team. Like, bring on the Gravenberg, bring on Dan's. Like, just throw it. Just give something different than they need to think about. Because Nunes was on for the entire game. Never looked like scoring, unfortunately. Give the kid a chance.
I get it, because it's like, you've got Tarkowski, you've got.
He doesn't want Dan's to fucking get destroyed, but still.
No, but it doesn't matter. It's someone.
It's your
different.
season, isn't it?
It is someone different.
You do what
isn't
you
it?
can. It is someone different.
Even if you put them both on there. So the Gomez one was.
Yeah.
Because you've took basically. You've made 4 subs there, and they're all sort of defensive players that you brought on the pitch. You've Costas for Robertson. You got Gomez for Trent. You got Endo in, and you got Kanate. You got Carpenter for Kanate.
I will say, I thought Elliott tried to make things happen and was getting a bunch of space on that side, and the second half when he came on didn't come off. But Elliott maybe. I was hoping, and we don't see it often. I was hoping that the changes would have been made at half time, because we were 2-0. We were 1-0 down, I should say. And it just didn't look like anything was going to change unless we made like a big change or something at half time. And then the second half comes, Everton get the second goal, and it kind of killed the game. It really did. I did not expect us to get back into it, and that's wasn't just based on this game. It's based, unfortunately, on what we've seen over the past month. And it's the belief of Klopp, coaching staff, players, fans has just kind of slivered away. But
yeah, I agree with that. I think we could stop crossing the ball. That would be dead sound. Stop crossing the ball to the big 8-foot defenders that keep heading it away every 5 minutes. I think that might help.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're gonna try and play the ball and move them around, you've got to do it quickly, and you've got to try and move the ball a bit quicker. But
so
yeah, shite. What can you do?
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the West Ham game, or should we do another pod about that? What should we do?
We're here in the pub.
We're in the pub, right? Should we talk about the West Ham game?
Yeah. I mean, Glenn, if you don't want to, just.
I mean, I don't. I mean, if I have to.
And we're and the West Ham game is going to be
It feels like it's going to be about 3 weeks away because all you're going to hear for the next 2 days is this shite.
What was it? 6:30 a.m. kickoff Saturday
Here and 12:30
in Austin,
in the UK.
12:30 in the UK. I don't have much to say about it except for we need to put on a decent performance. We of course need a win. We need to make sure we get the Champions League spot because it is not mathematically certain at the moment. So it is a massive game. And while we're thinking about losing out very extremely ultra likely on the league title, we now have to make sure we get the Champions League spot.
What worries me though is listening to Klopp's post-match just going, West Ham are licking their lips.
I don't know if they are though.
No, but I don't want. I don't want to hear it. I just. There was no fight in our team today, and I'm like, is there going to be?
So
the nails in the coffin for the league, right? That's done. That's stop dreaming, everyone. It's done. There's no way Arsenal and Man City are going to lose two games.
So let me ask you this on that point with the West Ham game. In regards to changes are going to happen. Is there anything in particular? Would you give the likes of Dan's a start? Would you maybe give some different energy in midfield and bring Clark in or something like that? Or do you think he's going to go with what we've seen over the past month and go with the experience, go with the talented players, the ones that we've in the past have done really well but haven't so much in the past month? Or does he change it up and bring in some of the youth?
Nah, I don't think Klopp changes it up. Gakpo will come in. Probably for Nunes on midfield. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see a Bobby Clark. I'd love to see Dan's, but I just don't think Klopp will do it.
But I don't think they should be playing over Harvey, for example.
Harvey, I would
Harvey needs to play, doesn't he? I think Concert Harvey.
Endo will probably start.
Maybe Maka.
Yeah.
Endo, Maka, and Harvey.
Yeah. Maybe, and then. I agree with the front three probably. I mean, it's a tough one, isn't it, with people with players like Salah, because he looks so well off it, but you feel like you need to sort of get him back in the rhythm. There's a part of me that wouldn't be necessarily against Diaz.
I wish it was Jota.
Diaz, Gakpo, and Nunes even, and maybe giving Salah the rest. I don't know. Fucking hell, I can't even think about it. I can't even.
Yeah,
I can't even think about it, to be honest with you.
There'll be a bunch of changes made.
Kwanzaa will probably come in for Konate, I would guess. Gomez might, maybe.
It's tough to say.
Maybe
the game's literally just come yesterday, so you don't know. I mean, was Konate's a tactical one, or was it an actual fitness one? Was he okay?
I think it was a tactical one.
He looked okay. I didn't see him get knocked, but the only knock was my knock against his performance, which was terrible. But anyway,
jokes are worse than the performance.
I think he'll change probably about four changes, I would think, for the West Ham game. I mean, West Ham have been getting knocked back like 5-6-0, but we'll go there and they'll fucking play the cup final.
Yeah, we know about our record in early games in London. Then you combine that with how poorly we have played over the last month.
It just depends. Can Klopp get these players to play the last 4 matches of the season and make it worth something?
I mean,
how do you motivate them? You just go, the league's gone, top 4. At the beginning of the season, we all said, apart from Wilson, that City would probably win the league. We all said get back in the Champions League as number 1 and getting a trophy. We've already done that.
We have.
But again, we've got caught up. We got caught up with the emotion. We haven't got
caught up with the emotion. We got caught up with we were top of the league.
70 games we were top of the league,
and it feels like we've given it away. But you're right. At the beginning of the season, we are overachieving. There's no doubt. But when you get so fucking close, and you're top of the league, and you're at the beginning of, back at the beginning of April, and it's in your hands, it just feels like such a missed opportunity. But
it hurts more.
It hurts.
It hurts more because the 2 big games really, or 3, is the cup game against Man United, the league game against Man United, and then obviously the Palace one was a massive kick in the bollocks. But today, because even before today, you know, the odd delusional, the half delusional in you is a bit like, well, you know what, City might drop a point and you might just be able to do it, and but now after today, it's gone, obviously. So that and it's them, and it's probably the biggest moment in their history's probably since 1995.
Knobheads are singing they stopped us winning the league.
Well, good, as they should.
Yeah, they should enjoy it.
Good for them. They should have that's their best performance of the season. They probably stayed up.
It's the biggest achievement.
It's against Liverpool.
It's the biggest achievement
celebrate.
for nearly 30 years.
Well played, Everton.
If they have a parade tomorrow, good for them. Go ahead.
Talking of parades. Please don't do it. Please don't do it, Liverpool.
There's going to be a parade.
I don't think they'll do that. Anyway,
that's cringe.
It's going to be a parade.
Anyway.
No.
The thing is, right, okay, quickly, I know this has gone on a while, but we need to talk about that. Because the parade, I go like back and forth with it. On one aspect, then I see that we're going to end up with a League Cup. I love trophies, so that's fantastic. And it's disappointing that we haven't got anything else, right? But on the other hand, we didn't get to celebrate the Premier League, right? There was no parade for that because of the pandemic. We didn't get to celebrate that. Klopp is leaving at the end of the season, and we have won a League Cup. And fuck what all the other fans think.
No.
If the decision is made to have a parade to celebrate Klopp, and I think everything that we have done over the past 8 years, I am completely fine for it. And I think the City deserves it. And I go back to that we won the league title, which we have waited for such a long time. And we weren't able to celebrate it. And if this is a reason to celebrate it, we should.
Nah, not for me.
Okay.
Not for me. I mean, we won a league 4 years ago. So let's all get out now and celebrate it with this League Cup.
Hey, any excuse for a celebration is a good one. Do it.
No, I just think it's a bit. I know Klopp's leaving and all that and stuff.
To celebrate it, do it.
No, I totally disagree. I think it's just a bit.
Let us know in the comments what you would do.
Sounds a bit Wigan athletic, doesn't it?
No, it fucking doesn't.
It does for me.
Give me a break. Come on. So we won, and I know it was a few years back. It doesn't matter. We won a league title. Klopp has been magnificent.
Oh, do you know what? Get the European Cups out then from 1984 because the loads of us weren't alive.
Any excuse for a good party, just do it. Why not? In fact, bring back Wijnaldum as well. Bring Henderson on the bus. Just fucking do it. Even Daniel Sturridge, bring him on the bus. Come on.
Good done with Daniel Sturridge tonight, to be fair. But no, we could have, couldn't we? Good done with Daniel Sturridge in front of goal tonight. Anyway, he's talking shite as per.
That's not shite.
Anyway,
there's a lot of people that want to do that.
Shocking performance from us today. Didn't deserve to win. Missed chances. They score 2. Hats off to him. We go again. But
we fucking go again. Do you know what? I don't even want to go for the next 4 games. I just switch the telly off for the next 4 games. We lose.
Yeah, but that's the thing. No, you won't. Though. That's the thing.
I'll just wait for the parade and watch that.
Anyway,
I can assure you, I will not be watching a fucking parade of a League Cup we won 3 months ago. Mate, I can assure you wouldn't. 3 months ago, a League Cup parade.
I know, but I'll tell you
what though. I will be parading this T-shirt again.
Darren, tell us where this T-shirt comes
from Liverpool, and it's sourced in Liverpool. Screen printing from Liverpool. It's a brilliant company. Up the Reds, and again,
we could have done with this fella today as well.
Probably could have done with some of that grass as well.
Mr. Robbie Fowler.
Some of that grass he was eating. Anyways, link. We'll put a link for Up the Reds, and please like and subscribe. And hopefully, next time we do this, we're a little bit happier. Until next time, we'll see you.